What's up, everybody? We are back for another episode of the KVN Show. I'm your host, Kyle Van Noy, aka Key. You already know, and we have a few surprises today.
I'm Kyle Van Noy, if you didn't know.
Losing the football, scooped up by Van Noy. Tagovailoa intercepted. And look, Roquan Smith got him started with shotgun for Jackson. Jackson looking end zone.
At Seattle coming up, and this is a pick by Kyle Van Noy. And Van Noy is in for the touchdown.
Today I'll be discussing our New Year's Eve game against the Dolphins. I will also tap it in to the Week 17 performances in the NFL, as well as go through Week 18 matchups. We'll do quick hits on college football, because it was a big weekend, a big Monday, New Year's, for all the college games and bowl games. We'll also talk about some news-worthy shit that happened over the weekend as well. And then lastly, one of my favorite parts, the flowers. We're gonna give some flowers away to some individuals that deserve it. I'm excited. Let's dive into this week's TV show. Let's go. Dolphins versus Ravens. Both leading our divisions, both wanting that number one seed, and we came out on top. AFC North champs. We deserved it, we earned it, but job's not finished. Yes, we are the king of the North. Yes, we are the one seed now, but job's not finished. We are just getting started. Let's not get that mistaken. Let's not get that twisted. We are getting started, and I mean it, and we're gonna continue to show it. But let's dive into this game a little bit. Turning point in this game to me is Roquan Smith's one-hand grab. What a play that was. Read the eyes of Tua, a nice sim pressure to make Tua speed the read up a little bit, and Roquan went from the left hash to the right hash. He beelined for that play. He knew it was coming because he got hit earlier in the game with this same play, and he saw it, recognized it, one-handed grab, and what did he do? He got some yak with that one-handed grab. He just bring it in, and he started running down the sideline. He had a little juke to him, he had a little wiggle to him, and he had to let his safeties and corners know that I played running back in high school. I have more yak yards than you guys. You guys got to step it up. PQ, where you at? That's how you get it done in the yak. You know what I mean? And he held on to the football. That was impressive. Good job, Roquan, on the play. Another turning point in this game. In this turning point, it happened to continue and trickle to the offense. 4th and 7. 4th and 7, we went for it. Isaiah Likely got a one-on-one matchup. Lamar Jackson got pressured on the right side. He stepped up. He threw a great ball, and Isaiah Likely one-handed grab. Roquan started it off with the right hand. He likely gave it with the left hand. The one-handed grabs, they were amazing. I can't believe it. And he scored. The best part on this play, he scored to make that lead a lot tougher for the Dolphins to come back from behind. I give this my turning point in the game. Both Roquan, one hand, Likely the other one hand. What great plays. Those are the turning point in this game. The good, the bad, and the great in this game. There was a lot of it. There was a lot of good. But we got to go with the defense. The defense was good in this game. We did some really good things by being physical. We are a physical group, and we played like it in this game. They had a tough time marching all the way down the field to score. We did a good job in the red area. We were stingy. We were very stingy. Had 3 turnovers. That's really good. That is good. That's why I gave us the good. We made key stop and key adjustments that really helped us in the long run in this game. First quarter, not our best. Gave up 10 points, but then just flipped the script and we really came to play. That's why I give the defense the good in this game. The bad in this game, I'm gonna be honest, I just think it was the injuries in this game. On both sides of the ball, you know, my heart goes out to Bradley Chubb, who had an ACL tear. That sucks. Xavier Howard got banged up. I saw Zach Sealer get banged up on a play. Tua got banged up. And then on our side, we had a lot of people that got banged up too. Marlon got banged up. B. Steve wasn't playing. Kyle wasn't playing. I got a little nicked up. You had Michael Pierce get nicked up, as well as Daryl Worley. A lot of people just got nicked up in this game. It's part of the game. But I would just say injuries at the end of the year are tough. And that would just be the bad to me in this game, was just the injuries on both sides. You hate to see it, but it's part of football, and you just got to fight through it and next man up. I believe that in this game we had a good job of next man up mentality, but the bad was just the overall injuries. The great in this game, MVP, Lamar Action Jackson. 321 yards in the air, 5 touchdowns. What more do you want? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? My man's entertaining. He's one of one. There's nobody like him. I'm just glad I'm on his side. I don't have to chase him around. I don't have to defend him throwing the ball or running the ball. He is amazing. He's one of one, like I just said, and he should be your 2023 MVP of the NFL regular season. I also need to shout out Todd Monken. Boy, was he in his bag in this game. He was great. He was phenomenal. He was so great that he came down before the game ended from the press box to give everybody love. I mean, that's when you know you're in your bag. He deserves it as well. He was great. Lamar was great. MVP for Lamar. Amazing performance. He is the great. So is Todd Monken in my segment of the great. We're going to highlight a couple plays in this game, and I'm going to highlight the play that I made. A sack. You know we're going to highlight a play if I make it. It was a sack. We had a little pressure on the right side from Jadeveon. Play action. I got jump setted by their right tackle. I made a move inside. I was winning. Jadeveon was winning outside. I ended up spinning back and made the play. Thanks, JD, for getting some pressure. Thanks to myself for getting some pressure. And Tua for holding on to the ball to get my 8th sack. Appreciate you. Career year for me. Kudos to me. Pat myself on the back. That's a highlight. Another highlight that I want to mention is Justice Hill. His wheel route. This wheel route was amazing. Say that fast. Wheel route, wheel route, wheel route. Oh, that's pretty good. His wheel route that he had for a touchdown was amazing. Great play called by Todd Monken. On the right side of this play, you see it here. Just a nice natural pick down the sideline, beating the inside linebacker down, laying the hands out nicely and bringing it in for a touchdown. And the best part about it is they ran the same play on the same series. This time it counted. First time it was a penalty. This time there was no penalty, but it was a touchdown. Good job, Justice. Last play I want to highlight, the Roquan Smith pick. I mean, read the eyes of Tua. Starts on the left hash, goes to the right hash, one-hands that sucker, and then runs like a bull in a china shop. I mean, just chucking it down the sideline, just running his ass off. Good for Rowe, getting the play. Right here, you'll see him go from the left hash to the right hash, one hand grab, and then run to the end zone, but not enough to get a touchdown, but enough to get everybody's attention with the yak. Good job. Good highlights of the plays. There you go. Week 17 matchups. We had the Lions versus the Cowboys on Saturday night to set off New Year's and New Year's Eve. They started off the whole festivities of the weekend, and boy, was it a game. Defensive battle. I thought this was going to be a high-scoring, octane game, but it was a lot of defense. Aiden Hutchinson, 3 sacks, and the Cowboys secondary was just suffocating. You know, they had a couple picks themselves on Goff, just making it very hard for both teams to score in this game. But who cares about that? Let's just get to the end of the game with all the drama. The O-lineman, who's on, who's off, who reported, who didn't. I mean, it was just drama, drama, drama. I believe the Lions should have won this game. I believe they did the right things in this game. Goff had a nice play design with Decker wide open, but they said he didn't report. Too many people reported. One, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter because they ended up losing. Cowboys win. Tough for the Lions. Doesn't matter. That stinks. but feel for the Lions. They should have won. Raiders versus Colts. What did I say about this preview? What did I say? I said the Colts were the better team because the Raiders struggled on offense. They struggled again. Colts end up winning 23-20. Good for the Colts. They're in the playoffs as of now. Saints versus Bucks. I thought the Bucks were going to be ready to go, but hell no, I was wrong. Saints were ready from the first snap to the last snap. They end up winning, putting an exclamation on the Bucks in this game. They did a really good job neutralizing Baker in this game. They got just guys going on the Saints offense. Derek Carr played pretty dang good. Taysom Hill, my boy. Shout out my alma mater, Brigham. Taysom with the tuggy. I mean, they're doing their thing for the Saints. Coming around at the right time of the year, can they sneak into the playoffs? Last one, Packers versus the Vikings. Yikes. This was a blowout. I thought this was going to be a good game. Jaren Hall, my boy, what happened? Wasn't very good. Packers dominated this game defensively and offensively. Jordan Love, he's coming alive. Did they find the QB of the future? He's really doing a really good job. I'm impressed. They got a young group that's coming along really, really well. I'm excited for their future and for Love. Love wins. Let's preview Week 18, the last regular season games of the year. Can you believe it? Week 18 already? It's pretty remarkable, and it's pretty awesome that we're here at the finish line, almost, just for the regular season. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's just get to the end of the regular season. Here we go. Steelers versus Ravens. Tough matchup. What are we going to do? Are we going to play our starters? Are we not? 2019, they had a similar situation. Things didn't end out the way they wanted. But this team's different. We haven't been told anything yet. So we're with the mindset that we're playing. Doesn't matter. This is a division rival game. You better be ready. The Steelers are playing really good. Mason Rudolph throwing the ball really well. Najee Harris coming alive, running the rock. O-line, physical. Tough matchup, but no one cares. We're also going to play 3 games in 13 days. Yikes, that's crazy. But on the flip side, the silver lining in this is that the Steelers played a West Coast game against the Seahawks. That was a very physical game that was later. So that means they had to fly across and they get to play on Saturday, a short week, losing a whole extra day to recover. So I guess that's the silver lining, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we play 3 games in 13 days. They're going to be ready and we're going to be ready. It's going to be a battle at the finish line of the regular season. Texans versus Colts. You win this game, you're in the playoffs. What amazing chance this is for both sides. Texans, a young group. The Colts, a young group. CJ Stroud, is he going to do it? Is he going to put the team on his back? Can that Texans defense get after Minshew? Can Minshew get it done as a backup quarterback? And can Buckner and that defense get after CJ Stroud? This could be a really good game on Saturday night. I'm going to be tuning in. I don't know who I'm going to pick, but let's go CJ Stroud. Why not? I believe he's having a career year as a rookie. I think he's going to get the job done. Bears versus Packers. Packers win this, they have a chance to be in. Are they going to win? I think they are, but it's going to be tough because the Bears are playing really good football defensively and offensively. You heard the Fields chant. They want Fields to be their starting quarterback. So he's feeling really confident going into the Packers, trying to play spoiler to them. I'm excited for this matchup. I'm not going to go with the Bears. I like the Bears. They're on cloud 9 right now. Let's go with the Bears in this one. But Love wins a lot, and Love, he's a good player. Bills versus Dolphins. Sunday night. The division on the line. AFC East. Who's going to win? Dolphins, a lot of injuries piling up. Bills coming off a divisional win against the Patriots. 27-21. Are they going to go on the road in Miami and bring the AFC East after their entire season, how it's gone, with all the drama with McDermott and what he said in a team meeting room? Is it going to come full circle where they win the AFC East? I believe they will. Dolphins, too much injuries. I think they're kind of getting shell-shocked a little bit. I believe that Buffalo is going to go down to Miami and Josh Allen's going to put his Superman cape on, almost as good as this coat I got on, and he's going to bring a title back to Buffalo. College football quick hits. Man, some good bowl games. A couple bowl games I picked. Ole Miss versus Penn State. I said this was going to be a good matchup. I picked Ole Miss, and boy was I right. It wasn't really a good matchup. Ole Miss was the better team in this. Ole Miss came ready to play defensively, but mostly that was impressive to me was Jackson Dart, the quarterback, throwing the ball down the field. He had 3 tugs in this one. He played good. Lane Kiffin was in his bag. I mean, Lane Kiffin, he's got that swag and he gets his players ready to go. They got the dub. Shout out to the Rebels. Missouri versus Ohio State. Boy, was this a disappointing game on both sides to me. Missouri ended up winning. Yes, I suck at picking college teams. Yes, I picked Ohio State. But I thought it was going to be a little high-scoring game. Defenses played pretty good, but Missouri was the better team. Ryan Day, is he on the hot seat? It's got to be hot over there in Ohio State land. I mean, yikes. Going from Michigan losing then to a disappointing bowl game like this when you could have been in the college football playoff. I mean, tough way to go out this season for Ryan Day and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Those were the 2 bowl games I picked. Now let's go to the playoff time. Playoff games were amazing on Monday. Michigan versus Alabama, back and forth and back and forth. A lot of drama in this game. You know, there was kind of a lot of bad play in this game. J.J. McCarthy, did he play? He played okay. Milroy, defense is pretty solid. Back and forth, making plays. Special teams, making plays, making miscues as well. Michigan, I mean, boy, did they get lucky as well. But doesn't matter. Overtime, Michigan scores. They played bully ball in overtime. Wow. They come out with the dub. Milroy, don't love the call. I know everybody's like, oh, follow your blocker, blah, blah, blah. But to me, I think you run a pass, run option in this. Give Milroy the chance to throw the ball or run the ball. I respect Tommy Rees putting it into his hands, but Alabama wasn't their best team this year. They really weren't. Michigan, clearly the better team. Good for them. They're in the championship. Now let's go to the next game. Texas versus Washington. I was going to talk about Texas in this game because I picked them, but I'm not. This is all about Michael Penix Jr. Penix. I mean, what a day he had. Threw it for over 400 yards, multiple tugs, also rushed a little bit. He was just everywhere. He made his case that he should have been Heisman. And after this game, I think he should. His team was undefeated. They're still undefeated. I think he should have been the Heisman. He proved it. His draft stock is pointing up. Similar to CJ Stroud. I know Texas defense isn't like all world. I'll be really impressed if he can put these numbers up against Michigan. I think that's going to be tough, but Penix, he was all over the place in this game at the QB position, throwing dots left and right, touchdowns left and right. It was all UW and Washington. Shout out to you guys. So we have next, Michigan, Big Blue. Dave Portnoy, Taylor Lewan versus Washington, UW, Jermaine Kearse, and all my friends that are in Washington land. I lived up there for a summer, so I know some people that went to UW. Shout out to you guys for making the championship. But I'm going with Michigan. I think Michigan's defense is going to outduel Penix and that offense. And then I believe that bully ball mentality on offense that Michigan and Harbaugh runs against Washington will wear them down. And I believe Michigan will take claim to the national championship. I got Big Blue. I got Michigan for the national championship. Random news in a random spot in my show. Here we go. This is simply easy to talk about because it's really like the biggest news that I've seen from the weekend, and it's about the real fan Dan. Here you'll see, he put out a statement on Facebook. Here it is. I'm going to little summarize for you. It's basically saying that the atmosphere was shit on Sunday against the Dolphins. Now, real fan Dan, I understand it can always be better, right? But as a fan, I think people should be able to cheer how they want to cheer. I don't think people have to stand up the entire game and just focus on cheering as loud as you can that the other team doesn't do well on third down and other critical situations. I appreciate you, I respect you, but I think this was a little harsh to the Ravens fans because they did do a good job in this game as a player. Now, I can only speak for myself, but I believe the fans showed up for a 1 o'clock game on New Year's Eve. A lot going on. They gave their best. Yes, can they always do better? Yes, that's anyone. We could have played better in certain spots. But as a player, I appreciate the fans and all that they do and bring the energy to the bank. And I'm excited for the Steelers game and the one playoff game that we have so far on the docket and hope to have many, many more. My favorite part of the show, your guys' favorite part of the show, we get to give out our flowers. And you know what? A lot needs to be said about who gets flowers this time around in my show. We're gonna start with 2023. Y'all, everybody in 2023, the highs, the lows, the ups and downs, the success, the lessons, all of it. Shout out to 2023. It deserves its flowers. It's came and gone, and we're into 2024. Next up, my boy, Khalil Mack. Woo-wee, those smell good. You deserve it. 100 career sacks. Boy, that is a lot of sacks. Boy, you are fire when it comes to getting after the pass rusher. You deserve your flowers. You the man, K-Mac, 100 sacks. Flowers for you. And, you know, he's probably the most humble superstar I've ever been around. He's really a team guy. He hangs out with everybody, knows everybody's name. He's just nothing but first class. Love K-Mac. I'm glad I was his teammate and can call him a friend. Next up, Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson, it's been a while. You were the Cowboys head coach a while ago in the 90s. And you won Super Bowls. And you weren't in the Ring of Honor because you had a little beef with Jerry Jones, but you guys put that to the side. You guys finally grew up and you got in the Ring of Honor. You deserve it. Hall of Famer, great coach. You deserve the flowers. Your team that was around you, your players smiled bigger than you smiled, and that is when you know you were successful, when your players respect you as a coach and are happy for your success. That is awesome. You deserve flowers. Lastly, our last flowers, arguably already, as one day in, getting media funny clip of the year. Reese Davis, Pat McAfee, my boy. All the naysayers, we're saying naysayers from now on. Let the naysayers know.
Let a naysayer know.
Let the naysayers know. You deserve your flowers for that little clip. I loved it. Let the naysayers know. That's our 2024 slogan of the year. Let a naysayer know. That's a wrap. Flowers to you guys, Reese Davis, Pat McAfee. Thanks for watching the KVN show. Love y'all. See you next time. I'm out.